Item 10, conduct of business. First item, item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the submittal of an AB 303 local groundwater assistance grant proposal to the California Department of Water Resources in the amount of up to $250,000 for the analysis of shallow groundwater conditions and the update of the West Side Basin groundwater flow model.
Honorable Mayor, Council members, good evening. I will ask tonight your support for the submittal of the grant proposal. Half of our drinking water is provided through surface water through SFPUC system, and half of our drinking water is provided through production well from our groundwater basin. Last council meeting, you approved the first ever South-West Side Basin groundwater management plan to maintain and to sustain the resources in the groundwater basin. The Department of Water Resources provides a so-called local groundwater assistant fund to study this important resource for everybody. The development of the groundwater management plan identified specific goals, objectives, and strategies, how to guarantee the sustainability of the groundwater itself in the basin. The participating agencies identified the need to further study the shallow groundwater system to manage the interaction between the surface water and the groundwater, and also to maintain an acceptable level of groundwater. Improving the understanding of the shallow groundwater system will help us to increase the recharge of the aquifer and to better manage the groundwater basin, and also to lower our cost of production of drinking water out of the system. The shallow groundwater system can contain clay layers which will decrease the recharge, the effectiveness of any recharge strategies which could be implemented in the whole area, not just in San Bruno, but also throughout the whole South-West Side Basin. Learning more about how that shallow groundwater system works will help us to define what specific strategy will work and in which area of the city and the whole area will be more effective. Also, this grant will fund the update on the maintenance of the basin flow model, which is critical for the proper monitoring of the performance of the system. The cost of developing the grant proposal is around $12,000. Is the intent to share this cost among all of the participating agencies? That would result in about $3,000 for each participating agency. This grant is available up to $250,000 for each applicant if the city will be successful in our application. The city would learn about the result of the success of the application itself by January of next year. my recommendation and asking your support for the grant application itself.
Thank you. Any questions of the director?
Through the chair.
Rico?
Just so everybody understands, it's estimated here the cost of $12,500 and will be paid out of the Water Enterprise Fund. Was that budgeted?
It is correct. Is a lump sum dollar amount assigned for this type of services, consultant services.
And that was configured in the budget that we approved?
Correct.
And I know that it has a deadline to the state, which we did meet, by July the 13th. So by us taking this action, which was already in the grant application to indicate we would, when did we have this available to us?
The application itself already was submitted to meet the deadline. Your support tonight will support or not support, will be your decision tonight to support or not to support the application. This is very typical that for certain type of grant application is the deadline is a certain date, and then the requirement for the support through a resolution from the legislative body is established at a later date, the next month or so.
And the consulting costs are because we don't have anyone within the Public Works Department or other employees within the city that have the expertise in this area, or?
You are absolutely right. The department doesn't have the kind of expertise, what expertise this grant application requires.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, discussion, or action?
I'll introduce the resolution for adoption.
Vice Mayor Ibarra.
Aye.
Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell. Mayor Ruane.
Aye.